My name is James, I'm 56, and I want to talk to you man to man about something most guys are too proud to admit. There comes a point where the body starts failing you, and if you ignore the early signs, it quietly takes over your entire life. For most of my life, I was the strong one. The guy who carried the heavy boxes, stayed late at work, drove the family on long trips, helped everyone, solved problems. Then, little by little, I became the man who said, "I'm too tired. Maybe tomorrow. I just need to rest." I blamed it on work, on stress, on age. At first that sounded reasonable, but soon it started to feel like an excuse, even to me. My energy didn't just drop, it collapsed. I started waking up exhausted. No matter how early I went to bed, I never felt rested. Walking up the stairs felt heavier, my legs felt weaker, and the part nobody likes to talk about, my performance and stamina as a man also started to suffer. My relationship with my wife changed, not because I loved her less, but because I didn't have the same drive, the same willingness, the same presence. I felt guilty. She tried to be understanding, but I could see the difference. We were closer before. Now there was a distance that neither of us knew how to fix. And it didn't stop there. At work, I stopped wanting to take on new responsibilities. I lost initiative. Everything felt like a burden. Instead of being the one who stepped up, I became the one who quietly stepped back. Inside, I felt like my identity was slipping away. It wasn't just about physical energy. It was about who I believed I was as a man. Like most guys, I kept it to myself. I didn't want to tell my friends, didn't want to talk about it with my wife, didn't want to sit in a doctor's office and say, "I don't feel like a man anymore." So I went after the silent solutions. I tried generic vitamins. I bought those huge multivitamin bottles that claimed to boost male vitality. I took them religiously every morning. Nothing changed. Then I moved on to the stronger stuff. Expensive supplements, imported blends, things I found online with flashy promises and fake before and after pictures. I spent more money than I want to admit. And after months, do you know what I got? Disappointment. One doctor even told me straight up, "James, you're getting older. This is just how it is. Don't expect to feel like you did in your 30s. That sentence stayed stuck in my head for weeks. At first, I almost accepted it, but something inside me refused. I didn't want to believe that the rest of my life would be lived tired, slow, and disconnected from the man I used to be. So instead of giving up, I started studying. I didn't want another advertisement. I wanted answers. That's when I discovered something that completely changed my perspective. For many men, the problem isn't a lack of generic vitamins or more caffeine. The real issues are linked to blood flow, nitric oxide production, and how efficiently your cells generate energy. If your circulation is weak, if your blood vessels aren't functioning properly, if your cells can't produce enough energy, you will feel exactly what I felt. Tired, slow, weak, and far from your best, physically and as a man. During that search, I found a formula that actually made sense. A formula built not on miracle promises, but on targeted support for circulation and cellular energy. That formula is called Boostaro. When I looked at the ingredients, I realized this wasn't just another generic mix. It included L-citrulline, an amino acid known for supporting nitric oxide levels and helping blood vessels relax, so blood can flow more easily throughout the body. That matters not just for stamina and daily energy, but for male performance in general. It had French maritime pine bark extract, which has been studied for its ability to support vascular health and protect the blood vessels from oxidative damage. It had vitamin C, which is essential for collagen production and for maintaining the integrity and elasticity of blood vessel walls. There was magnesium, crucial for muscle function, relaxation, and the biochemical processes that produce energy inside the cells. There was CoQ10, which acts like a spark plug for cellular energy, especially in the heart and muscles. And on top of that, it had L-lysine, L-proline, and vitamin K2, working together to support cardiovascular health, collagen structure, and proper calcium distribution in the body. For the first time, I saw a product that wasn't trying to force my body to act differently through artificial stimulation. Instead, it was designed to help my body work the way it's supposed to work. Still, after everything I had tried, I was skeptical, but the logic behind it was too strong to ignore. So I decided to give it one more shot. One last serious attempt. I ordered Bustaro from the official website, and I'm stressing this because there are a lot of fake versions out there, and started taking it as recommended. The first days felt normal. No crazy rush, no weird side effects. But as the weeks went by, I began to notice small but important changes. I didn't feel like I was dragging myself out of bed anymore. I started waking up with a bit more clarity. The mid-afternoon crash started to fade. My mood felt more stable. Even my patience improved. Then came the bigger changes. I noticed that I wasn't avoiding intimacy. I felt more confident, more secure, more present. My wife noticed before I said anything. She told me one evening, "You seem more like yourself again." That sentence alone was worth everything I had invested. At work, I stopped running on autopilot. I started taking initiative again. I felt sharper, more focused, and more capable. And physically, my stamina was clearly different. I wasn't out of breath as easily. I could go through the day with steady energy instead of spikes and crashes. That's when I understood. This wasn't a quick fix. It was a rebuild. It wasn't trying to force my body to fake energy. It was helping my body regain what it had lost. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not a doctor. I'm not promising miracles. What I am telling you is that if you're feeling that same decline, that quiet, humiliating slide into fatigue, low stamina, and weak performance, you don't have to just accept it. If you want to learn more about Bustaro, I'm going to leave the official link in the description below this video. Don't buy it from random websites or marketplaces. If you decide to try it, make sure it's from the official page, so you know you're getting the real formula. Ask yourself something. How many more years are you willing to live at 50% of your potential? How many important moments are you going to lose because you don't have the energy? How much longer are you going to pretend this is just normal age, when deep down you know something isn't right? You don't need to keep living this way. There is a way to support your body naturally, from the inside out, without crazy drugs, without risky shortcuts, and without pretending that nothing's wrong. I chose to take this step, and today I feel more like myself than I have in years. If you feel this message is speaking directly to you, take a look at the link in the description. Read everything, check the ingredients, see the testimonials, and if it makes sense to you, give yourself permission to try. You might be one decision away from getting your energy, your performance, and your confidence back.